feel like shit. I'm ready to pack it, go home, go back to my family.
We've been in partnership with a blockchain protocol, Near Foundation. They've really loved the work that we've done, and so they had invited us to host a couple events at their conference in Lisbon. We had a little networking opportunity there that we were hosting, and the goal in mind was really to get in front of investors to pitch our product. And so how'd those go?
Oh, geez. You know what? We are finally here after 18 hours of flight.
In the beginning of the trip, it was difficult already because the shipment that we sent a week and a half ago was still in customs. And so dealing with Lisbon customs is a complete nightmare.
Yesterday, we were just revising our invoice like 4 times with different VAT numbers and everything. This whole custom situation and this whole situation with shipping is just a complete nightmare. Complete nightmare. From a scale of 1 to 10, how frustrated are you on this whole entire situation with shipping to Lisbon?
Frustration scale 1 to 10, I'm at like a solid 15.
Because of all our equipment being stocked, we ended up driving to the local hardware store. We ended up spending like 4 hours there just to like get all our equipment, wood and whatnot, and build up for the closing party.
We decided to build this ourselves mainly because we know how, number one, and second of all, the cost of building something like this is like 20 grand just for frames and whatnot, and it's something that, you know, we've been doing for the last 10 years. So you know what, we're just gonna roll up our sleeves and save some dollars in building this out ourselves.
Yeah, you guys were literally building physical labor.
So anyways, long story short, we didn't get our shipment until the day of the event.
Clutch. Let's go.
Now that we're here and actually seeing it in person,
Goddamn. Goddamn is right. Holy crap. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go. Let's get it.
okay, 1, 2, 3, team!
You know, the crazy thing is the fact that our team built this. Me, Tony, and B. Chan was the one that built this entire activation, which is incredible. Just for perspective, guys, this thing is 60 feet wide and 20 feet deep, more than 1,000 square feet inside. We currently have 6 games in there. Exciting, nervous, and a little bit tired every single day. We've just been rolling with the punches. That's been my go-to every single day, rolling with the punches. Getting beat up the whole time. But anyways, tonight's gonna be an amazing night, so hopefully we're gonna be able to show you guys some more live action. But this is behind the scenes. Show it, show it, show it.
I ended up meeting the CEO of the entire foundation. I met with the founder. I met with the Boston Consulting Group director, and it's so crazy. All these backers started to come through this event, and we were the only sole kind of activation vendor that was there. So we were the darling of the entire kind of ecosystem. And so yeah, it was a really, really well received and well worth it event. Because our name has been associated with a lot of goodwill now within the ecosystem, right? And so that really lays the foundation of what we're going to be building next within the Near ecosystem, which is really exciting.
So would you say that would have been the biggest win out of this whole event?
Yeah, for sure. I think so, yeah.
NearCon was actually hosted at the same time in the same week because it sat under another bigger conference that was being hosted there for our tech native friends called Web Summit in Lisbon as well.
One of the biggest in the world, actually, I think. It's like 70,000 attendees this year alone.
Crazy.
Yeah. The reason why we were doing all these type of like background work, events, speaking engagement, all that is to generate interest into our product and our team. And in hopes to be able to speak to the right people, investors, VCs, founders, to want to learn more about us. So then that way we can share with them our grand idea and vision. And I actually had that opportunity towards the latter half of the trip.
So I just came out of a networking event and I feel like I completely bombed it. It was a VC founder networking event, roughly around 100 attendees. And what happened was at the end of the conversation or at the end of the event, we were given an opportunity to pitch on stage in front of the hundreds of investors and other founders. And I immediately proud on that opportunity, being the first one up to speak. And I had never felt as flustered as that moment.
My hand automatically just shot up. And I was like, yes, let's do it. And while I was walking up to the stage, I'm like, holy shit. Like,
What is my pitch?
what am I talking about? I only have a minute here. I started off the pitch feeling confident. But after the 2 sentences that I've been repeating for the last week, I'm like, holy shit, like there's no depth. I'm not ready. I'm not rehearsed properly. And when I walked off stage, I just wanted to find a hole. I just buried my head in there. And funny enough, our beautiful BD guy, V Chan, tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, good job, Wilson, good job. But next time, why don't we spend some time rehearsing? I think you've got this. We'll practice more next time. I'm like, oh my goodness. That was horrible. And I felt so bad. But hey, you know what? I took my shot.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah. I'm proud of you for that. That's how opportunistic you are.
Yeah.
You didn't even get a chance and you're like, what am I pitching for? Okay, here. Yeah, let's go.
After that, I was able to connect with some VCs that was like, hey, you know what? Let's chat more. And I had the opportunity to show him the deck. And he basically poked so many holes into the deck. And the moment that when someone asks you a question you have no answer for, one time is okay, but 2 times, then you know you really messed up.
I just completely bombed it. Yeah, I was just not ready. So today we're supposed to do like a highlight video talking about how many people are here. It's gonna be super exciting, and the vibes are gonna be quite fun, success, and all this good stuff. But as you can see already, there's no one here, and so we're just changing it up. We're rolling with the punches. You know, as entrepreneurs, we believe that we can kick down doors when people think you're crazy. And you truly have that belief in you and that faith in you. And when that starts to crack, that is when you're like, oh, fuck. This is not a space that I want to be at, and people feel it right away, right? Because we spent so much time and effort planning for the other events that you've seen, and all the talks and everything, this was the one that I paid the least amount of attention to. It looks beautiful, the location's beautiful, it looks beautiful. We see a bunch of speakers walking by all the time, but yeah, this is the reality of when shit hits you in the face, you host an event and no one comes.
It sucks when it's like something disappointing, but also how can we turn it around so we learn from it?
I agree with you. And I think it's something that I feel like we must face head on, especially it's like a defeat in front of your face, like a full-on defeat, right?
Of course. And no one wants to talk about the defeat,
Yeah.
but it's important for us to kind of look through it.
Cheers! Lisbon 2023!
I was so gutted and I was beyond like tired already. mentally. Because the biggest thing was, as you encounter these problems on a daily basis, like dozens and dozens of problems on a daily basis, your team really looks to you as the support and direction to kind of like, hey, you know what? Well, what do I do with this? Like, how do I move forward with this? And so a lot of that, actually all of it, kind of laid on my shoulders of making sure that I was mentally strong to support my team. And by the way, biggest shout out to V Chan and Tony. Like, without them, I don't think I would have been able to be as strong as I am, because they're the ones that are putting in like double time and always just putting their best foot forward to be at the event and to actually execute at the event, and they did a fabulous job, right? So huge shout out to them. They kept me strong because they believed. Yeah, and then now it's just switching course right into holiday mode.
You say that, but there's no holiday because I'm trying to slow down, and this guy's like, why are you doing this? Where are you going? Da 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 da.
That's the difference between working for corporate and
I would love to debate with you about that.
You know what? We'll talk. No, let's not even go there.